Hello and welcome to Dice and Adventure. We are a group of friends who love to tell stories. I am Matt, your Dungeon Master, and a slight disclaimer before we start today's episode. There was a slight issue with the audio for our character intros and player intros and our recap at the beginning of the session. So I'm just here before we begin the episodes just to fill in the little bit of recap we had. So last time we was together, the group was locked into battle with these demonic soul chains. A couple of members of the party went down during this fight, shaking their foundations and what they believe. After the fight had cleared up, they realized that they had to leave the Mascot's Brew. They had no choice but to continue on their journey to Scargrimm like was originally planned. When one of the players, Dimitri, decided that he wanted to try and convince Alsford to not leave, he requested for the rest of the group if they wouldn't mind giving him an extra day. After a bit of talk, they agreed to this extra day. They also come up with a plan to speed up their travel tenfold to allow two members of the party to be sleeping while two members of the party continue journeying. This forever meaning they're always journeying so that they can continue the whole breadth of the journey, the 4-day journey, in a matter of 2 days instead of elongating it or taking the 4 days it was meant to be. That being said, thank you for bearing with us through these technical difficulties and hope you enjoy today's episode.
So the cart's all ready, but we don't have any other horses for it, is that right?
Yes, so the cart's all ready. And yeah, you've got the other horses that are in the Mascot Brew. You asked Raziel if he would lend them to you. So you've got them ones.
Did you go check them out, see if they're all looking ready to go?
Yeah, definitely. Give me a let's call it a nature check for the horses.
16.
16. So yeah, they all seem to be in pretty good repair. Not stallions or amazing like war horses, but very good and decent horses. Seem to be able to be quite young, so be able to move quite fast.
Think Santi's got everything good to go then at this point?
I think Dimitri will just go to Raz if he's around, if he's not busy.
Yeah. He's at this point he's just been resting up in the bar area of the Mascot's Brew. Long since abandoned his attempts of trying to fix the sigil.
Yeah, so I'll just go up to him and just go, hey, Raz, can I just...
Yes. Yeah.
Word, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I spoke to Alsford. He's... Yeah. He's okay for now, I think. But I think he might be ready to listen if you ever wanted to let him know his worth.
Oh, I mean, definitely I will bring to him the value he does give us. It's one of them ones we, But at the same time, if he does not want to stay, I will not force him.
No, I wouldn't want that. It's up to him. I just want, I want him to know that he's cared for.
Oh, yes, quite. I will have a word.
That's all I ask. Thank you.
No, not at all.
And then...
But are you all ready for your journey ahead? 4 days, I believe you said, no?
I believe so, yes. I think we are. I was just going to go find Santi just to double check with her. But...
would you like me to prepare any food or anything for your journey so you don't have to hunt or anything?
That'd be perfect. I was going to... Yeah.
Okay, we'll make sure we get some meals done. We still have some money left over from William's tab, so we will include that in the tab.
Perfect. Do you by chance have any food for the horses, or?
I can give you what feed we have, and then I will go get some more when I'm next in market. There should be enough
Great.
left for at least a few more days.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
Oh, no, not at all.
Perfect. I'll just go find Zanti then, and I'll go find Zanti.
Yep. You find Xanthes in the stables with the horses and the carriage still. The cart looks amazing. Done a bit of work on it, It's still the same cart, but it looks like it's able to run now.
Yeah. Wow, you did such a good job.
I think it should hold up for the journey.
Wonderful. I spoke to Fraz. He's going to do some food for us for the journey, and give us the feed that he has for the horses.
That's helpful.
You don't. Anything else you think we might need for the journey?
I'm just hoping that the cart is able to make it through. I think it's looking like it should be fine to travel at the pace. So I think once we have everything loaded, it should be good to go.
Great. I'm sure it will. You did a great job, from what I can tell. I mean, don't really have the eye for it, but
I appreciate it nonetheless.
and just want to say thank you. What you said helped me with Alsford.
I'm glad it was the truth. I'm glad it helped though. Did it reach a conclusion that you're happy with?
I think so. I did all I can. It's just up to him now. So thank you, and thank you for allowing me to giving me that time to sort it out.
Not at all. Glad to be what help I can. But it was good of you to do this, I think. They are a close unit, so I think it is good to stay together.
Yeah, I thought so too. But let's move on. Let's focus on you and helping your family. So I'll help you gather stuff, and we should, be on our way.
She kind of clasps his shoulder a bit. I really appreciate this. It means a lot to me to have
all good.
people with me on this. It is a journey that I thought I would be taking alone, so
It's my pleasure. Happy to do, lend aid as much as I can.
is there anything you want to do before we head out? Could do a little more sparring if you want, or
If there's time, be good. Before.
got a couple more hours, I'd imagine.
Sure, I might not be up to strength. Got quite a lot of
We
hits.
won't press too hard, no.
Okay.
We wouldn't want to be too rough for the journey either.
So as you two go on your little sparring session, can I get you both to make me con saves, please?
14?
Not too bad. 19.
19. So as a group, that's another success. So one more, and then you would learn your fighter initiative feat through where you're training with each other, learning each other's fighting styles and moves. But yeah, anything else you want to do as the time ticks on?
No, I have nothing specific. It'll probably be towards the end. Which, gather stuff, load all the wagon. But apart from that, get the
Sounds good
food.
to me.
Okay. As you're loading like the wagon up, ready. Morticia, you're waking up from your rest. You and William can technically mark off long rests now. Unfortunately, we're going to be a bit jarred at the moment, but Dimitri and Azanthi are not going to be able to mark them off at the moment. But yeah, William, you've come out now, as well as Morticia waking up from your resting and studying the book and the shield, to come to the wagon being out front, all packed. And yeah, Dimitri and Xanthi just doing the last finishing touches. Raz walking out and he's like, "Oh, well, it's not much, but here's some food for the road." And as promised, the rest of the feed.
Much appreciated. Thank you, Raz.
Thank you for everything.
Yeah. Thank you. Sorry for what's happened.
Oh, we was kidding ourselves if we thought protection would last forever. I'm sure it's just coincidences that it happens the way it does.
Will you guys be okay without the other protections gone?
Oh, I'm sure we'll find some way of restoring the protection. As long as the connection we have to Grognar is not taken, we should be fine.
Well, I hope you can recover your connection soon.
Oh, so do I. You know what they say. Not all that is lost is never lost forever, and sometimes it's found when you find it. Or at least something like that. I remember someone telling me something like that once. Actually, I remember that infuriated me when they said that. Come to think of it, it doesn't really make much sense, does it?
Well, there's not a weapon lost until you find it.
Potentially that makes more sense than what I just said.
Wow.
It's been a very long day.
You can say that again.
It's been a very long day.
Yes. Xavier, is Airfall going to be able to keep up with us while you two are resting? I don't want you to
It will be no
worry.
issue. He will keep up.
That's fine.
If
Well.
one of you wanted, you could ride him, I'm sure. Might make things a bit more interesting.
That's entirely up to you.
I'm comfortable with it if someone wanted to, for example, scout ahead or keep an eye on things as we go.
I think it might be best to stay together,
Fair enough.
just in case.
No problem. No, you're not interested in what did you know?
Sorry, didn't.
You're not interested?
To me, it's not a good idea, but it's completely up to you whether you want to do it or not.
Am I the only one that can see in the dark out of us? Just asking. I don't think we've ever established it.
I can. Not.
Yeah, but you're going to be
far.
asleep.
I'll be asleep, so I'm not much help.
Between us, yes.
Okay.
For some
take
reason,
the
I feel
information.
that I should point out that Aethon does not have blood, so do not try anything like that.
Would not cross my mind.
Weird question. Would I've already have smelt that he doesn't?
I mean, yeah, I think that's a fair assumption. Like, you've been around him for a fair bit, so yeah, that's a fair assumption, yeah.
Yeah, I already knew. That's fine.
Just putting it out there.
No, once again, it's your friend and technically part of the team. So, Anyway, I'm willing to take his reins if you're willing, and
Have you ridden much before? Do you know what to do?
not that I could remember, but shouldn't be too bad, I don't think.
What's the worst that could happen?
You want me to do a memory check? See if I remember how to ride?
Um,
Are you going to give me this one?
Ethan is a little more intelligent than most, so I think you should have no
yeah,
problem.
I'm gonna say it's one of them things you know, since you've come to, you have probably rode before, and the fact Airthorn being what Airthorn is, I do reckon it's easier for you to ride.
Okay. Well, no handicap for me forgetting how to ride a horse.
You know what? I think we're gonna wait and see.
Fuck. Well, I'll take best care of him as I can.
William just gets on Airthorn backwards.
It's like,
Look, part of me wants to just do that now for the fucking comedy, but no, I'll get on him properly.
And
I guess that
meanwhile,
means you got the reins.
no worries.
Okay.
Okay.
Before we get on, I'll just say goodbye to Elo.
Yeah. Willow and Alsfred are both standing out front with Raz. And Willow sees you coming over and she's just like, so I guess this is goodbye?
For now.
Oh, so
If
it's
you
more
need
like a see you later.
Yeah. If you need anything, you can call me through the rock thingies or ask Raz to send me a message somehow.
Yeah, maybe, and she like whispers a little bit, like, comes in a bit closer. She's like, maybe, one time, if you could tell us where you are, I could fly over, and we could go for a midnight fly again.
That would be very nice.
Yes. And Raz just like kind of looks down, and she's just like, what? And Alsfred's just like, so, you got all what you need, don't need anything else.
I think we're all set.
Good.
Thank you
No.
for everything.
Oh, we need to get books back.
Oh, I will give you your book, but keep that one.
You sure?
Yeah, I can see you might need it for your ride.
Well, I've still got a lot to go through, so might as well. I appreciate it.
Also, I had a few hours to kill, so I did prepare this. And he hands you a scroll of sending. And he's just like, it's one-time use, but if you're ever in a really big pinch and you need to tell us something or
warn you or anything like that.
Yeah, so maybe the warning might be the best use of it. But there's a scroll of sending. You need to make sure those of you who can cast do it, otherwise it's a bit more challenging.
You know, part of me kind of wants to do it if that time comes now, just to see how painful it might be.
I mean, definitely give it a go, but if you wreck it, I don't have another one. And there's no chance you'll see me again, so, you know.
Valid point. I'll give it to Morticia as I go past. Just...
Yeah.
I guess we're ready when she to says you goodbye then.
Yeah, I will give her a kiss on the cheek and I will...
Bye. her bluish skin flushes like a kind of violet color, and she looks down on the ground. She's like, bye.
Wrong too, I was on about Dimitri and Xanthi, but whatever you're doing, yeah.
I'm good. I did my goodbyes earlier.
Sandy will just give him a nod.
Yeah. Willow's just like looking at the ground, kind of like kicking the ground a bit, you know. Well, if you go now, you'll make good pace. Yes. If you carry on going straight, once you hit the forest, then you want to probably bear slightly northeast, northwest. You know, it depends. Go to where the forest is more open. Try to avoid where it's closed as much. This is one of the only forests on the continent due to how the world keeps evolving. So it is problematic, let's say.
Well, thanks for the advice.
No, not at all.
Are we ready to go?
Let's do it.
I guess so.
Okay.
Take the reins.
Okay, perfect. So Xanthi, Dimitri in the back sleeping, correct?
What's the plan?
And William's on Airthorn, and Morticia's piloting the wagon. Okie dokie. So, I'm going to need for the beginning of this journey, both William and Morticia to roll me animal handling checks, please.
Casting guidance on myself.
Yep.
Well, that's a natural 19 for a dirty 20.
Okay, nice.
That's a 10 total.
That's good. As the horses start to rocket away, you see the mascot's brew, Raz, Alsford, and Willow in the background, slowly getting smaller. As you just keep going through. William, as you're riding, you know, this has got like, this handles the path like no other horse does. It, you know, it's almost like it instinctively knows how you want to control it without you even saying anything. And it's without being a beast per se, it's like a beast of pure instinct. And it like kind of like vibrates like with a low hum that you've noticed now that you're so close riding it. But for the first leg, can I get one of you two to roll me a d4, please?
Okay. That's a 1.
That's a 1. Awesome. So, you moving amazingly along. Then it turns to night. You hear like the sounds of beasts and animals just going about their nightly duties. With that one, and with the rolls you made for your checks, that overall the first part of this journey is a success. And with the one, you've made up speed, so you've made good time for this first break of this journey as the hours are slowly chasing into the earlier morning. What I will do though before we do that, because technically it would be classed as a watch, I will get you both to do perception checks as well.
Do I get disadvantage because I don't have dark vision?
It's funny you mention that, Morticia, because as you look out, you kind of see in like this thermal vision. Like you don't see in the dark like you normally couldn't, but you can see the body temperatures of your two friends in the back of the wagon. There's like this dull glow riding next to the wagon. You know that to be William. There's one burning bright glow, and that's Dimitri. And then there's a slightly, like the middle ground between William and Dimitri is Xanthi.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'd be okay.
12 total.
12?
25.
25.
Whoa.
Damn. Okay. So, this first break of the journey made up the speed. You've got off to a great start. You don't see any issues as the hours are slowly chasing into the day. You start to get a bit tired. Even you, William, who doesn't really need the natural sleep patterns of most people, just
Yeah,
get
just
a
the
bit,
exhaustion of
get a bit
yeah.
achy. You know, you're not used to riding so hard on a horse for this long, and it's just, and as this is happening, Xanthi and Dimitri, you start to wake up. You two can mark off a long rest.
Hooray. Nice.
Yeah.
We're all good? Nothing. I'm assuming nothing bad happened in the night.
Nothing concerning now.
Yeah.
Should we find somewhere to at least water and feed the other ones and then swap over?
Sounds good.
Yeah, you just pull off the main road a bit. You see fastly coming up. You made your checkpoint. You see a forest fastly coming up, but you just pull off the main road, like I said, just to where there's just like this little stream. You just manage to get enough water to water the horses and feed them with the feed you got. You've been given enough supplies by Raz for the 4 days journey as well, so you can dig into some of that. Yeah.
Wow.
Did you sleep well back there?
Was a little bit rough, but not the worst.
Yeah, sorry about that. Not really used to this.
I'm sure it was just the road more than anything.
Yeah, not too bad. Although one concern, the wagon, it's made of wood. So let's hope I don't burn it.
That is a very good point.
Did we bring buckets?
I mean, you would have your water skins. That's about it. You wouldn't have brought buckets of water, because that would have brought the weight up and slowed down the journey.
It might be better if Dimitri rides Aegon.
Yes, fair enough. That would be fine.
Just
I was
As long as
thinking
it's
that might be best. That might be best anyway, because I'm quite proficient with these vehicles, so should be fine.
Perfect. I was going to say, I've never driven one, so that might lead, yeah, it won't be good.
I would say be careful, but I appreciate that it is not entirely in your control. We'll just deal with what we can.
It's all good. I've got Pabu. He won't let me down.
Parbu just like starts climbing on Aethorn's head and just like rests up there. Just puts his hands over Aethorn's eyes.
No, Pabu. Okay.
Also bring out my stinky boy so that he can run around a bit because it's been in the amulet for a while.
It's a long time, yeah.
He just comes out and he's just like,
Enjoy nature.
and then just
Perhaps
starts to like
Perhaps.
scratch at the ground a bit, and then it's just like looks at you as much to be like, why?
Drink some water.
do you
Have some
think
meat.
that Grumpy would like to ride up front with me for the journey?
It's up to you. What do you say? You want to sleep next to me? Or you want? I'll just let him do what he wants.
He just digs at the ground a bit, walks around like the tiniest bit, and then just slumps into the ground.
The offer stands, whatever you feel like.
I'm gonna go over to the stream, just like wash my face and stuff. Just you know.
Yeah, definitely. With the sun now like rising in the sky, it's quite a nice sunset. It's like you wet your face and you see like the sun rising, and it like just hits the stream just nice to make like that morning like glow appear over the top of it.
Ugh.
While we are waiting, I'm gonna do some potions.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
Do you think we need another horse, or do you think what we've got is fine?
I think we can get just fine, honestly. We've got traveled decently well in the night. But we didn't have any lights on the wagons or anything like that. And also with night, so it was pretty hard to see us.
Okay.
I think day travel is going to be the more dangerous stuff.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll still be technically up. I'm just going to read a book, but
I'll try my best then to look out for danger.
yeah, I'd recommend it.
But yeah, if we do need another horse, I might have learned a new trick to allow us to have another one if we need it.
Fun. Oh, and if we do run out of food and that, I can just disappear for a second.
But
don't worry, this time I'll be a little bit more in control.
Okay, I was gonna say no hands and arms, please.
No, it'll be an actual animal if we do run out of stuff, but it doesn't look like it, especially since only 3 of us really need to eat.
Awesome.
Bum, 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 bum.
Okay. As you guys are just ready and just doing the nightly handover, can one of you roll me a D8, please?
D8.
Something.
Sure.
I like this. You're all looking at each other like, who can we point the blame on?
Yeah, 100%. That's why.
In the meanwhile, I'll give my potions.
Yeah. You sort your potions.
That was a 4.
4? Perfect. So yeah, with the sun still rising, the day looks like it's going to be a nice clear day. Perfect for riding. It's not going to be too hot. There's going to be enough wind, so it's not going to like overheat any of you. But yeah.
I'm gonna climb onto the wagon and just, find somewhere to relax.
Okay.
Get the book and just. I know I'm meant to be resting, but I'm here if you need something.
All right, we'll try not to eat though, because you do need your rest.
Yeah, it's a bit
Excuse
achy riding like that. Been a while, a little practice. But yeah, no, I'm more than happy to give you a hand, though. Don't hesitate to use it.
Okay.
William, what book are you going to be reading?
I'm going to actually focus on reading the weird book that we got from the manor, the blood weapon stuff.
The one you fed the blood to, the shield with the blood.
Yes, the one that I fed the shield my blood out of the book because my blood soaked the book. Yeah.
As you're going through it, you do realize and notice some of the pages that were ripped out of it, where it got soaked in blood, are now remade.
Curiosity, a little bit of concern, but mainly curiosity. You know what happens when you do stuff like this, don't you?
It's not my fault. I didn't get the book bloody.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna prick my hand, prick my thumb or something with my sword, and just on any of the pages where it looks like there's spaces missing, just rub my thumb over
Yeah,
the bloody
yeah.
thumb over it, see what happens.
So you see like a bit where there's like an obvious sign of a page being torn out. You wipe your bleeding finger down it, and you just see like the book slowly start to like the page start to reform. It's not a quick like, and the pages they're here.
Yeah.
It's like it does take a while, and you do slowly see it like start to knit back together, like a wound closing almost.
Oh, okay. And I will definitely read the new pages that weren't there originally.
Perfect. That's what you can do as in your downtime. 100%.
I will also read the diary that we stole from that mansion a while ago.
Okay. Yep. Perfect.
It was the 18th diary.
Yes, it was indeed.
Yeah, the newest one, wasn't
Yep.
it?
Amazing. Okay. And Dimitri's going to be on Aethorn, and Xanthi's going to be on the carriage wagon. Yep. Perfect.
Yep.
Okay. Whenever you're ready to embark, both of you roll me a animal handling check if there's nothing else you want to do.
Go up to Aethon and just be like, please be gentle.
No, he's fine. Just show him respect like you would any other creature.
Oh. 8.
8. Okay.
That's a 20 from Xanthi.
20. Perfect.
Would she add anything from being proficient with land vehicles or?
Oh,
pure
you would
animal
have
handling?
advantage on it. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Not that probably. Yeah, 20.
Nope, perfect. So yeah, you set off. And as you're setting off, Dimitri, I need you to roll me a d6.
Okay. 1.
Okay, good to know. William and Morticia, as you're resting, reading your books, we'll go to your book first, William. The pages that have been reformed there, it tells of the second coming of the Blood Baron. It tells, and then like there's some like detailed illustrations of like alignments of stars and planets in a certain like shape. The shape kind of looks like a bit of like a spearhead, like a just rough like kind of a arrowhead spearhead kind of shape. And it mentions, and it's a different like, this isn't like the writing of the rest of the book. This is someone else's like handwriting, like kind of annotating the drawing. It's like with a big like circle. It's like at this point here, he'll return, he'll walk again. And then like the goes on to the next page. It's like, we've done all we can to find him. We're just missing his remains. The armor's been found, the weapon's been found, the remains. And then it just says the remains again. And then it keeps on going. And then like there's a bit of like background onto the Blood Baron. Apparently in like this mythos, what he could do. Apparently when he walks again, he will throw the world into an eternal war where only those loyal to him will succeed. You're not sure if it's like a prophecy or just a child story, because it's written in like a very like contemporary fashion. You know, it's got like the reading of like a story.
The ravings of a madman.
Yeah, not necessarily a madman. It's just like literally like if you was trying to scare a child, this is exactly how you would tell this story.
Oh, okay. It's more like a dangerous folk tale kind of thing. Like
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's apart from like the scrawlings like of like this written off on every other thing, like writing something, they seem to be the ramblings of a madman, but otherwise it just seems to be this very over the top story of like this fictional villain of sorts. And then again the book finishes where there's more pages that's been ripped out. Morticia, as you're reading your one, you see that in this diary, only the first half of this book has been filled. The other pages in this are blank. And as you're reading through, this is an account of Darione Cragsplit. And he's just like, you see in there, he's talking about the money deals he made with the Siberic Assembly to ensure the Guardians were not present in Vexham. He's also made money offers to the Alpha Gene Academy in ordering vigilance are not present in Vexham. Then towards like where you're reading up to, towards like the end of like the pages you're reading, it's about his regrets. He starts to go, if only I knew what I know now, I probably wouldn't have done it. And it goes on again about the Siberic Assembly are now gotten out of control. They're no longer the ones who they claim to be. They're being controlled by a higher power. And then there's just like an abrupt, like he's about to write this high power's name. Like it's like, if I'm taken tonight, search for, and as that's there, it's just like an abrupt stop and like a rip through the page as he's pressed hard with the quill, it looks like. But yeah, you do manage to read like the few pages. Like I said, like this is probably like a 200-page diary and only like the first 50 pages are filled. And because his writing's not the neatest and most neat of all, it's like easy read and like you just literally absorb these pages. But that's the general gist of what you read.
Seeing what William did and how it worked for him.
Yeah.
Can I try cutting my hand and dipping just like the tiniest bit on the blank pages?
Yeah, of course. As you like cut your hand and like drip the blood onto the pages, drip, drip, drip. There's just blood stains on the pages.
What are you doing?
It works for you. I just want to know more, and yeah, it worked for you.
Fair point, but this is a magical book about blood magic and other blood means kind of makes sense that the book itself is kind of
Yes,
carnivoristic in a way.
but
So
this book was in that same house, so I would assume that the person who made that also could have made this.
I don't
and
think
make
these are the same people.
I don't think he wrote that one, but maybe he bought it with the same enchantment. I don't know.
I like the idea of him just walking up to like this book market and be like, have you got any of them notepads that regrow if you splash blood onto them?
I think that's good. You got any of those notebooks that like to eat blood? Yeah. Just the guy looking puzzled as well.
Yeah,
like,
just like,
what?
Come again?
he's like, I have plain or lined.
We have about 6 files left, don't we?
Let me check my backpack real quick.
I think it was 6. I can't remember if any got broken.
I have 10 for you. Because you got the 6 new,
And you had 4 old ones.
and you had 4,
Ah.
and I don't think you drank any in the meanwhile.
No, I went
'cause
hunting.
You got
didn't I?
stabbed and then hunted.
Yeah.
So.
And then went hunting, yeah. Pass me one of the old ones then. They don't last all that long, so I might as well use one of them.
Yep.
I'm just gonna take the cork off it and feed it to the book.
Okay. Like this viscous clump of jelly just like
Cool.
clumps out of the there's no pouring motion to this, it just clumps out of the vial onto the book. It slowly does start
It's
to
just
like
blam.
okay, perfect. As you do that, there's like you've overfilled a jam sandwich, there's a bit of excess spray when
A
you
bit of
slam it like that.
splash.
Yeah. But as you're doing that, there's this and the carriage goes up, and one of the wheels slowly starts to hang, and Xanthi, immediately you have to stop, knowing it's not okay. And like Dimitri, where you were riding, you behind it, you see it in slow motion, just like there's just this like rocket just spun up, hit it, and just the wheel just like come off slightly, and you have to stop with this. Yes, Dimitri, that was your bad thing.
Oops.
For a second, I thought you were going to say, as that hit the butt, my box just went flying. That just made me feel like, ah!
Like, Aethon, can you stop, please?
He just.
Go flying. Awkwardly
Santi,
get off.
hop off and take a look at the damage.
Yeah. If you would like to roll me, let's call it investigation, but I'm going to give you advantage because your proficiency with land animals, land vehicles.
Good thing too. That will be a 16.
16. Basically, where the axle that runs underneath to both the wheels has like been cut and bent inwards with the rock. The fixing you did on the actual wheel itself is still intact, but it's the actual axle it connects onto.
Is there anything in the vicinity that looks like it could be used to fix things up?
Not in the immediate vicinity. It looks like you could probably, because you're fast approaching the forest area, so you could probably like just scout ahead a bit and see if there's anything like twigs, rocks, stones. I mean, you could find some on the ground near you, but these, apart from the big one, it was like just smashed into the axle. There's not many around there. It's like a few like little pebbles and stones.
I think I might borrow Aethon back for a bit. See if I can find some supplies to fix this up.
Do you want me to go with you? You're not alone.
Sure, this is better to be safe, I suppose. I will just let the others know.
Yeah, we
Knocking
can
on
hear
the
you.
cart. That will work too.
Okay, so Dimitri and Xanthi on Aethon scout ahead. I'm going to get one of you to roll me a perception check. I would say one of you could roll it with advantage if you want, or you both could roll, I guess, to like look for the materials you want to like try and scavenge and find too.
Should we both give it a roll?
Sure.
19?
15.
15. Yeah, you do find some like as you go into the forest, you're in there for a few 100 foot. You find like this abandoned, like what you presume was a campsite. There was like a fire. It was no longer burning. There's like a few crates, and the crates have like rope, and there's like some vines and bits of wood you can salvage from the crates and that. So
Set's about doing that. Kind of
Yep.
splitting what she needs with the axe.
perfect.
With Lapras.
Tell me what you need. I can help gather.
I don't think we need too much, but it might be worth taking a little extra just in case we reach a portion where we cannot get to such things.
Sounds good. As I'm like helping gather stuff,
Yeah.
does the campsite look like they had to leave in a rush because of
That's very good.
a potential issue?
Give me an insight check.
Okay. Uh, 19.
19. So what you're getting from like how everything's sprawled out, they did have to move quite quickly because you can tell the fire was not put out properly.
Yeah.
Because like as you look at it, there's still like you're looking around and you can see like still like faint embers right underneath. So it could still easily reignite. So they haven't left that long ago either.
Oh, okay. Okay, going from that, could I see any like footprints? To determine if they've gone in like a certain direction, or if there's maybe non-humanoid footprints?
So you do see trails leading from the camp but go further into the forest. Judging by the footprints there, you reckon it's probably about 5 individuals. Definitely humanoid. That they will have like boot prints and stuff like that. So, and you do see one set of like bear footprints, like not bear as in, but like bear as in, not wearing shoes.
Yes.
Oh god, they have a bipedal bear.
Oh my goodness. I was just saying that to Dante. I can't help but notice it looks like whoever was here left in a hurry. There's also bear footprints.
Good to keep an eye out for then. Does it look like we'll have to be heading in the same direction?
Yeah, it does look like that, yeah.
Good spot there.
Yeah, so keep an eye out. I don't know if they're friend or foe, or where this bear is. Yeah.
I think we're all set here then.
Great.
So you load up the materials that you've managed to scavenge, and you jump back on Earth and rush back to Morticia and William, who are just standing by the cart. Nothing happened in the moment you've been gone. You haven't been gone all that long. I would say maximum like half an hour at most. I'm being generous with like maximum.
Yeah. Right. Let them know we're back. If you're still awake.
I think I have everything that I will need to fix this up. Just give me a moment.
Sure. Here, have a little help from me, and I will cast guidance.
Okay.
I
Amazing.
appreciate it.
Here, just
Feels
have a hand
good.
for me, and I'm just going to help lift the side of the...
It seems like you got it handled. I'll just go sleep.
That's about trying to fix it up.
I'm gonna say roll me d20 and add your strength modifier. I've lowered the DC because of the help you've got.
23?
23. Yeah. Easy enough with the rope and the bits of wood you managed to find. You've managed to crudely hold this in place, and it's definitely seems sturdy enough for the moment anyway.
Think that should do the trick. Thank you both.
Oh, I'm not doing anything else. I found out that book that we found in the mansion is kind of carnivore-ish. I fed it blood and it's kind of grew its pages back, so I'm actually having a great read.
It always seems to be blood with you.
It's almost like it's the thing that keeps me alive.
Suppose there is truth to that, yes?
Yeah, perks of I don't need to eat and drink like you guys do. Granted, I miss it. But I kind of need that. You know, swings and roundabouts.
Did you feed it your own blood to the book?
A little bit of mine, a little bit of one of the vials that are going to get a bit old.
It's not going to like turn around and start eating you or anything.
You know, that might be interesting if it tries. I'll just have to eat it first, I guess. It is a book that kind of stores blood in a way, so maybe I could drain it? Who knows?
Interesting. So if you pierce it, will it bleed?
We're not testing it out until I've got all the information I need.
Yeah. Once you finish with the book, let's see if this book bleeds.
Just gonna pat the book and be like, I'm not gonna hurt you, okay? Just in case you are alive. I don't know, in this weird fucking world, you're drinking blood for fuck's sake.
Okay. continuing on with the journey now that the wheel seems to be underway. If I get you both to make me perception checks for your leg of the journey. You've now like just entered the forest, and no matter how like the sun was still out when you was entering the forest, as soon as you entered, and you noticed this when you went with Erathon, it's like complete darkness in this forest.
That's a 13.
13?
18.
18. Yeah. You continue your leg of the journey. This being between the two shifts you've done. That's like one whole day of travel you've completed. You haven't had to slow down, because if you had to rest like you would, it would have taken you probably about 8 days. But going the pace you're going, you probably can get this done in 2 to 3 maximum. Out of the 4 day travel roughly you needed. So yeah. So Morticia, you wake up nice and rested. You look out and you see that you're surrounded by trees, nature, sounds of animals, sounds of bugs, and it's just pitch black. But you can just see, like, just in the distance, you see like these thermal images of like bats and like owls. Like,
how's it going, guys?
Think that we have made good progress so far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will say, there might be people, like a group of people up ahead. We haven't run into them yet, but just in case we do. And there's also a bear. Again, we haven't run into it yet, so thought you know.
I
in case-
will automatically look around for a bear.
I think you've misunderstood. It's bare footprints, as in like not a bear the animal, like bear
Oh,
as in no
bear-
shoes.
Right,
No
I know
shoes,
you.
yes.
Sorry.
I
think
will
that
look
makes more
for
sense.
the bear.
You're just looking for this bear. Just roll me a perception check for the bear.
Okay,
It's where you find one.
Yeah, to be fair.
that's 13.
13. At the moment, you don't see a bear.
I don't see a bear.
Well, it could be a bear, or is it bear footprints? You know who? I can't remember.
I know
Hey,
you.
that's my thing.
Infringement.
Come on,
Quick,
Young. You have no excuse.
that's fair.
That's
Just-
neither do I, but
You know what? It's probably safe just to keep an eye out for people, bears, and other potential.
keep an eye out for everything. You just say keep an eye out for everything, then, yeah?
Yeah.
We're giving stupider jobs, can't deny. Here, use your eyes to see. You're fine. Just pat him on the shoulder as like hell.
You know what? It's been a long day. I'm just gonna get ready to sleep.
So, same arrangement, you're going separately?
Yeah, why not? Weird questions, Amphi. Can I trust Aothorn to continue going in while I kind of just like close my eyes and listen? I'm guessing he's trained
I
enough
would
to just.
imagine that he would want to stick close to me, so I would imagine so.
Okay, perfect. That's fine then. Because I might do that every now and again. Because sometimes listening's better than looking.
Fair enough. Give it a shot.
And since I'm not out of my mind with hunger this time,
Might want to check in every now and then, make sure that you're still with us.
oh no, I'm not going to do it for a long period of time. Just every now and again, going to have a listen instead
I
of.
think that should be fine then, yes.
Well, I trust him more than some of the people I've met, and you're not even technically a person per se. Just looking at Airful.
Just cocks her head towards you and just.
Yeah, well, he's so more trustworthy than most of the people I can remember. So
That tracks with my experience too. Often more trustworthy than people.
yeah, some people can really be assholes, can't they? Jeez. Oh well. If you want to swap anytime, Audition, you're more than welcome to.
It's okay.
No? Oh, good.
It's fine. You can ride the horse.
You go ahead.
You're more than welcome to. I can take the reins. Do you want to swap?
Sure, we'll swap this time.
Okay. Scratch the whole idea of me closing my eyes and listening.
I mean, you
I'll
can
actually have
still
to pay
do
attention tonight. Knowing my luck, I'll crash into a fucking tree instantly.
You'll crash into the bear.
Crash into the bear. Dimitri's like the engine of the wagon, just going to blow up on impact, you know?
And sure, it's going to have a hell of a time.
Yeah. It's just like, well, you see. Okay, so you're now leading the wagon and you're on Airthorn. Perfect. Okay. And you two are getting your naps in. Or your downtime. You know, I would say you
Bit
need...
of column A, bit of column B.
For adventurers, I say you need at least 6 hours of rest time. That being said, how you've structured it out, you can like split the day into roughly 2 12-hour shifts, essentially. So you do have some downtime if there was something you wanted to do as well.
That's while we're driving.
Yeah, you know, like I'm not saying like it's like you have to sleep the whole way through, because like I said, for adventurers, 6 to 8 hours is what you need, really, you know.
Okay.
And you're not really doing anything exerting, so 6 hours should be fine at this point.
I think Santi would spend quite a lot of time just staring into the distance.
Okay.
But occasionally she'd also pull out a set of dice and offer to play
Okay.
some dice games if Dimitri wanted.
Oh, yeah. I've never played games like this. Sure. How do we play it?
So I think the carriage should be still enough for us to give it a go. We might have to keep an eye out for dice flying off a bit, but
I was just about to say, I'm driving now. I don't know how stable it's going to be.
Just as he hits like a bit of the rough bit of terrain in the forest.
Deliberately swerves.
maybe we should find a little pot or something. Pulls out a mesket. Perhaps this will do.
Okay.
And I don't have a game in mind, but
you could play Hangman's Bluff. So you both take 3 d6s.
cool.
You take turns rolling said 3 d6s, and it's the closest one away from 18. So the lowest the number, the better. But you get 3 chances to make your opponent re-roll. The idea is you got to keep the lowest number. So ideally, if you get 3 or closest to 3 as possible, you would win. If your opponent gets higher, they would lose. So yeah, you both roll 3d6.
Fun little fact. We did this in a normal session once, didn't we? And I lost.
Yeah, because you actually rolled high when you didn't want to.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you both get to ask so you get like 3 options, so 3 questions you can ask. If they refuse to answer the question, they either have to re-roll dice, or if they answer it, you have to re-roll your dice.
Oh, interesting.
It can be simple questions like, is the sky blue? You know, things like that.
Do you have more than 1 below 3?
More than, sorry. No.
Okay. Because he answered,
So-
you can. Because he answered, you can choose to re-roll one of yours if you wanted. If he didn't answer,
Just
then
one of them?
yes.
Okay, cool.
And then, like, if he didn't answer, he would have to be forced to re-roll one.
Ooh. Is one of your dice a high number?
No.
So you can re-roll one if you want to. And then the last question goes to you, Xanthi.
What What is your highest dice?
I'm trying to think. What player should I go for here? 4.
So yeah, you get to choose whether you want to re-roll one Xanthi, and then now you can reveal your number. Like I said, closest to 3 is the winner, closest to 18 is the loser.
So I had 10, but then I re-rolled the 6 and got a 1, so 5
Okay.
total.
Amazing.
Fair play.
Well done. I've got 10. I did
Oh.
re-roll, but yeah, it didn't help.
Yeah, so then in this way, you win Xanthi, and then you can keep repeating and playing. And I need you two to roll me animal handling checks, please.
Guidance.
Guidance.
16.
16?
16 for me as well.
Oh, amazing. Then, in that case, one of you gets to roll a d4.
Want to do it again, or?
I'll do it this time.
Okay.
3.
3? Amazing. Can you roll me a d4 again, please?
No. 1.
Okay. As you're steering your way through the forest, there's like some quite dark bits of where the road gets a bit covered up, but you manage to maneuver well enough around with your rolls. Listening to the advice Raz gave you, you do steer slightly off to follow his instructions. As you do that, you see, lying face down in the ground, a humanoid figure wearing like a purplish kind of top, some like purplish cloth at the bottom, no shoes, dark reddish skin, black and blonde hair. It's kind of tied in a messy kind of ponytail, just like face down in the forest ground.
Is it warm?
He's like, yeah, he's like Xanthi level warm. So like you would, I would say with your intuition, you would say that's kind of like the norm. So he's like normal level of warm.
So I think he's alive, and I'll say this through the cantrip message so that
Okay.
I don't have to speak
Yeah.
that loud. Should we stop? What if he needs help?
We can stop.
So I'm gonna say, you guys would just be like starting to like. This is probably halfway through there, right? So you'd be starting to think about sleep.
Sleeping. Okay.
Just when you notice like they do start to slow down a little bit, and you, because you're close enough, you can hear like the whispers of Morticia being like, "Should we stop?"
I'm just hand signals. Let's just keep fucking going. I don't fucking care. Not our problem.
What if he's hurt? We gotta help. That's our job. We're good people.
I would like to point out, because I can't be quiet, I would like to point out every time we have tried to help, it's either it got us in shit or ended badly so far.
But what if this is the one time it doesn't?
Just go to the front of the wagon. Just
Rubbing eyes, just... I will pull the wagons, start, just like...
By the way, you can reply to me in a whisper as well.
He's still not going to.
Everything okay? I was trying to go to sleep.
There is an unconscious human still alive being on the side of the road.
By the looks of his feet, we found your bear.
Oh, so it was a bear. Like, okay, I see where I went wrong.
Okay, well,
Morticia will just go to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you dismount Airthorn and walk over to this stranger, that's a great place to take a break.
it's gonna end so badly. Oh, by the way, I do have a question for next week as well. Oh, we can for the warm up.
Welcome back. So, when we left off for our break, our group of adventurers managed to make good headway on their travel time. They've cleared at least a day off their total journey, and because of the shift pattern, a way of traveling they're doing it, they are making great speed. They seem to be on track to arrive there ahead of schedule. They've made it through into the forest now, where this forest eclipses all light from entering it. They were steering through where they encountered a individual that seemed to be passed out in the ground, and our party's just pulled up to stop, and that's where we pick up with Morticia getting off Aethon and heading over to the unconscious individual.
While walking, I would just whisper to William, "You got my back?"
I've got more than just your fucking back at this point.
Thanks.
Just gonna lean back into the wagon and get my sword and shield and just actually bring them up front with me.
Perfect.
Just to be safe, I'm also going to do Divine Sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's for fiends, fae.
Celestial feed undead.
Yep. Perfect. And with your one, I believe it does elementals as well. Go with your Eternals.
Let me see. Maybe. I don't know if it's now or like later on.
It might be later on, maybe. Yeah, I might be jumping ahead.
Yeah, I don't see it.
So you get like the faintest trace of fiendish energy around all of you. But nothing like alarming. Like it's so diluted, but you just get like that tingle. Okay. No like fiendish energies around you.
But nothing coming from the body.
No.
Okay.
So he's laying face down?
Yes, he's face down in what looks like in like this forest area. He's like laying down in like a marsh bit, like where there's just like a lot of like swampy kind of water, where like his face is just like deep in it at this point.
So I will, being worried that he might drown,
Yeah.
I will pull him out of there and turn him with his head resting.
Yeah, you turn him around, unresponsive. Due to your vision, you can tell he still has life in him.
CPR?
Yeah, just as you start to like do compressions onto his chest, No, I was having such a wonderful dream. Oh. Well,
Hi.
Hello there.
You got a dead wish or something?
No, He looks around. Well, I'll be completely honest with you. Not exactly where I fell asleep, but Who are you?
I'm Morticia, your savior.
Oh, well, thank you. Normally I pray to the god for saving, but maybe I should start praying to you. Morticia, that's quite a good name. I do like that name. It has all the remnants of a memorable name. Yes, very good. Very, very good. Why did you wake me?
Well, your face was in the swamp water. You were drowning.
Oh.
Yeah, not a good place to sleep.
No, definitely not in my top 10 anyway. Thank you. Anyway, and my name's Adine.
So just to be sure, you're not planning on killing anybody, you ain't got companions around, planning to shoot us, anything of the sort.
I mean, as of right now, I don't even know you, so I don't no, I wouldn't have a grudge as such, but no, I'm definitely not what you would call a fighter. I'm I suppose quite literally, I'm a dreamer of kinds, and like you see him already start to fall back to sleep as he's talking to you, just like.
He's alive. You happy?
Yeah.
Uh,
Just afraid that he will fall asleep and go back into this swamp water.
Oh yes, I definitely won't repeat in that one. No, definitely not. One favor maybe. I feel like I should repay you for saving my life. However,
Greatly appreciated.
I'm light on gold at the moment because there was some goblins that just came past and they took all my gold. I'm not. I don't mean to be prejudiced. They were called the goblins. I must clear that up. They were not, for all intensive purposes, the goblins. If you would,
No, those small little guys. No.
well, I mean, there probably was a dwarf among them, but I am not offensive in the slightest. You can be whatever you want to be. When it comes to dwarfs, elves, I have no.
Hey,
Prejudices?
pick up.
Sorry.
You were talking about repaying
Yes.
our kindness.
Yes, I would love to repay your kindness, but as you can see, he like shows you an empty pouch. They've run off with all my gold. So one or two things we could do here. You could give me a ride so we could find them, and then I will ask them for it back and then give it to you. Or you could take me to the nearest town, and I don't know, I could wait on tables or wash dishes to get some gold to pay you. Or I do have a third option. Not many people like this option. I'm a bit of a dream connoisseur of sorts. I read dreams and tell you what they mean.
No!
Oh, you're putting that red button right in front of me.
Can't you see he's a fucking con man?
Red button, is that because of my skin? Red? Like... I mean,
Look,
the bottom bit, I guess, but he just like ties
William?
his hair. Just...
Can we at least give the guy a ride? Just to the next town. I'm just trying to be a nice person. I don't want to leave him here to die again.
You know that the
Again,
next
I
town's
died
town we're
already?
going to, right?
Wow, death is certainly weird.
I think if he has lasted this long on his own, that he will be fine without us.
But can
Of
I at least get
course. Go on
my
without me.
trim red?
That's the plan, Val.
No, yes, I know it's difficult to say no and say goodbye, but go. Be free, my friends.
I'm gonna start moving the wagon slowly.
And he's just like, yeah, the wagon goes, he goes, oh no, please, don't make it harder than it needs to be. I can't bear it.
Something.
If I were you, I would not trust.
I'm
such a
not saying
thing.
trusting. I'm saying give him a ride.
It's just the ride's gonna be long.
I'm just gonna stop the wagon, just turn back to Patricia and go, don't you find it weird that the fact that he knows where these other goblins, whatever the fuck they are, not the goblins, the other people are in the first place? Do you not feel that weird? Does that not ring alarm bells that this might be a trap that he's trying to lure us into so we are the gold that he gets?
I would not take him into the goblins. I would just take him to town. Or I can get my dream fucking red and fucking get what my dad wants to fucking get out of me.
I think that people who claim to do such things often do more harm than good.
Yes,
But
they
I
normally
cannot
just
stop
play
you.
into whatever you think you're wanting or seeing.
Hey, bye. And I will just get on the horse again, and I will leave.
Yeah, and he's just like, oh, farewell. Good journey, my friends. No, please. It's fine. And he just
Don't die.
continues this.
Don't say I don't have a fucking heart, and I'm just gonna find my backpack and like 2 of the rations, because he doesn't need to eat, but they're like the most useless, stale things. I'm just gonna throw at him. At least there you go, you fucking drama queen.
Oh,
God
such
fucking damn it.
a kindness. May I get your name, sir, so that instead of the gods tonight, I will pray to you.
Don't push your fucking luck.
He already got my name. He doesn't need another.
I kind of feel bad.
I know, right?
But
What a
I'm
poor
going
guy.
to stare at Dimitri with daggers. Just don't feel bad for con men.
I thank you for these rashes, and I hope that the next travellers that come past me, if I seem to have collapsed from hunger again and drown, they should save me as kindly as you did.
Bye! And the wagon's
Goodbye,
going.
my friends. Goodbye. Oh, goodbye. Goodbye, my friends. He just like sits back down and like starts to eat these rations. You can see as you're like going off.
Are you sure he was a con man? He could have just been
I know.
very dramatic.
I mean, would you think I was a con woman if I was like in that position?
Yes.
Yeah.
If
Why
it
don't
is
you have
important
faith in
to you-
people?
If this is very important to you, I will not stop you.
No, let's just go into the town. You got shit to do there.
I appreciate it. Maybe there will be someone there that has more information that we can find for you.
Or has more of a problem for you to solve. Maybe that'll make you feel better. You see, my faith in people left when people started to actively try and kill me for the past God knows how many weeks.
He didn't try to kill you.
Trust me, he probably would have.
Okay, let's go.
And William, as you like continue going off, you just hear next to you from the seat that's next to you in the wagon. Oh, it was so delightful of you to give me a lift.
I deliberately pushed him straight off.
He pushes off and then like he appears in the wagon with Dimitri and Xanthi. He's like, oh, my many thanks to you. You must give me your name so I can pray to you instead of the gods tonight.
Not give him your name. I'm stopping the wagon and I'm climbing into the back and I'm just going to pick him up and throw him out.
He like, ow! I mean, I'm not opposed to the rough kind of love, but you must buy me a drink first, sir.
Won't have any love in a fucking minute. Stop it.
Secondly, all I want is just a ride. If not to the next town, just out to the forest. I've been stuck here for... I don't even have enough fingers to tell you how many days.
Just walk.
I mean, even if I can walk behind... I will... If you allow me this favor, I will keep quiet. I don't know. I could polish your shoes. I could sharpen your sword. I could do many things if you just allow me simple access or transport. You know?
Can you not just
Do
teleport
you
out?
like jokes? I could tell you some jokes.
Just cross arms and be like,
You're able to get into our wagon. Can you not just do the same trick, but out of the forest?
A very short range, unfortunately. And I can only do that so many times a day. My magic potential is only so far. But you're right. Go on without me, my friends. I will find a way to carry on.
shut up.
It's just how it is.
Just shut up.
I understand. You meet an elemental and you just immediately presume they're going to burn down your house just because they're an elemental. I understand your prejudice.
Wait, what?
What, red skin, no horns? You thought I was just caught out in the sun too long?
What?
We need to get, we can give him a lift, surely.
Piece me by the collar, stand him up and go, on your head be it.
You have to promise you will not steal, hurt, do anything bad to us. Or any of our friends.
I tell you what. I will not do anything to harm any of your friends. If I do, I mean, I don't really have a weapon. He with the sword, can attack me, kill me, stab
And
me.
you will not steal.
Oh, my dear, I will only steal your heart.
You will not
Good
steal
fucking luck with that, pal.
anything.
Okay.
Honestly,
okay.
I wouldn't want to try that. I'm pretty sure her partner would rip you the fuck apart. So,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. I will not steal anything from you delightful people.
I'm gonna go into my bag, get another 3 rations, throw them at him, and go. That's gotta last you until we get to the fucking town.
Of course, I will.
Do not touch anything else.
No, I will protect these with my life. I will make sure I eat them carefully throughout however long the journey is. I will not eat them all in 5 minutes. Just don't ask for me to give them back to you in 5 minutes.
It's fine. I don't need him anyway, so I gave him you. Just get in, sit next to him. He's probably got questions for you, and I swear to God, if you talk in my direction, I'm gonna put a knife through you.
Oh,
Not in the fun way.
I may also have questions for you, so if you want to jump in the horse, you can. Yeah.
yes. Just one question, my good friend. Well, actually, to all of you, is he always this moody one? And 2, you, the one who refused to give me the name. I am wondering, dear sir, perhaps if you was like less tense, maybe you'd make more friends, and you wouldn't have to be, drive. Maybe you could have a driver then to drive the carriage through the woods. Also. Are you always so violent to people you meet? And if I answer his questions, does that count as talking in your direction? Because if I'm sitting with him and technically that's behind him, but then I turn to face him and he's sitting there, technically, I just don't want to be stabbed.
Just silently, just actively piss the fuck off. Going to turn around, climb back over onto the thing, and just get ready to move.
You're not doing so good.
Oh, what do you think I did? So I could learn better.
Fucking
You
speak!
talk too much.
I think it's just your whole vibe. It's
Personality.
yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I would know.
I understand that completely. I will, from this day forth, become a better person. Become a quieter person. And through all...
Well, start then.
Yes, my friend. Good. He sits down, he's like, bit uncomfortable, isn't it?
Also,
Sometimes.
once again, do not give him your name. Just speak to him normally. You've already fucked up the point of competition.
Gonna pull out turn into a spear and turn to William. Just say the word.
I'll leave it up to your judgment.
All of you, I must say, are very violent. Even the
If you knew
goblins who robbed me weren't this violent. They simply
If you
asked for
knew-
the gold, I gave it to them.
If you knew the reek we had, you would understand. But we're not telling you that.
Okay, of course. Would you like to round me?
No,
Oh,
but not savages.
okay.
As long as you don't do anything stupid, you're fine.
Hey, I'm going to ask one of you two because I have a feeling if I ask him, he may explode.
He is in the wagon now, yeah?
Yeah, he is, yeah.
I'm gonna fucking start just suddenly.
It's just, mother. Oh. You know what? I think this is a great place for me to ask you. And then he just falls asleep again.
Well, another elemental. How exciting.
Don't get too excited and let's try and leave names out of it until we know exactly what the hell he's doing here and what it is.
Of course, of course.
Oh, besides you, but you already gave you yours freely.
I'm sorry, it's just normal. You meet someone new, you want to make new friends, you give them your name. That's the basis of everything.
What of this whole personality makes you think that I want to make new friends?
But I do.
That's why it's more you make new friends and I get dragged into meeting them.
Well, has it led you in a bad direction so far?
I've been stabbed multiple times in the past
Not
week.
by my friends.
Valid
An
point.
extension of them. I've been stabbed by their problems, alright?
Well, I'm sorry, everybody has issues. You also
Yeah.
has a lot to deal
Yeah,
with.
we all got issues.
Just try for a little bit. I'm not asking you to be his best friend, but at least be a little respectful. That's all. That's all.
No. Just no. You know, for a second, I kind of debated it, but then I was like, wait, we're trying to survive here and get stuff done because someone has a very interesting thing that's got a lot of people's lives on the risk, and we're trying to help them. So right now, that is the most interesting and most important project. Not saving everybody we come across.
He could be our friend.
Or he could be the next person to stab one of us in the back.
But we already know his name, so he shouldn't.
If you told the truth.
Now, you as well, Dimitri.
No, I'm just trying to see both sides. I'm trying to be like the middleman.
Look,
Stay positive.
I love the
a
visual
lot
here
of
because
people.
Morticia's riding alongside. You've got William that's like riding here, like pointing back this way, and Dimitri's just like putting his head out, like talking to Morticia, talking to William,
yeah.
and then Xanthi's just like,
Just spear point.
yeah, spear pointing at the guy it's out for count. I love it.
Look, when we swap shifts, you're more than welcome to converse with him. If he annoys me while I'm reading him a book, I'm telling him to fuck off.
Valid. Speaking of which, I probably should get some sleep.
Night-night.
Right.
If I hear anything weird, I'm coming in there to stab him.
Yeah, don't let him kill you in your sleep.
That might be a bit difficult. I'll be asleep.
I will. Wait, is Grumpy still with us?
Yeah, Grumpy this whole time has just been sitting with Xanthi.
I will just tell him to sleep on their chest and keep an eye out the entire night.
He just goes,
Meow if something is wrong. Meow. Not with you, with them, if they are in danger.
I love how the cat's got more of a personality than this guy.
No, not you.
Not with you, damn it.
okay.
Oh.
So I'll just get you two to get perception checks done to wrap up your leg of the journey.
What kind of time is it? Is it getting to the darker part, or is it
in this
still...
forest, it's dark. Anyway.
Okay, perfect.
Guidance?
You know.
Yep.
Natural 20 for 21.
Amazing.
I gotta do math. 21 plus 28.
Amazing. So, the next leg of the journey, you do see that there is like a campfire just off kilter. Like if you look to like the left of you, you see like a campfire, like you see the smoke of this campfire. but nothing out of the ordinary for you. Judging by what this gentleman you've just picked up says and what your friends have been saying, it makes sense that there's this other group, but they seem to be going the opposite direction to what you're going now. They've like split. And yeah, you make good pace going through there. Just as Xanthi and Dimitri, it's up now for your part of the journey. You can have your little swap over. At this point, Adine's still sleeping.
Pick him up.
Yes, so, hello.
I haven't gone back into the wagon. I'm just sitting in the passenger seat next to whoever's driving the wagon and just reading the book because I don't want to be anywhere near him.
Okay, fair enough.
So, you said he could read dreams?
Yes, it's one of my many, skills I have. I can read them, go inside of them, understand them. That general vibe, yes.
What does that entail?
It's this really amazing technology. It's called magic.
I'm aware.
No, basically, you tell me what happened in your dream. I use the various skill set I have and the various knowledge I have at my disposal to break it down for you and try and get the message out of the dream. For instance...
Fucking told you so.
For instance, if you dream that you are surrounded by spiders, potentially you have an issue. I don't mean to, it, like I said, it's a quaint skill that does require a lot of my focus. It does render me quite sleepy, but I like to and any dreams I do, the only payment I ask is I like to capture a image from what you tell me into my sketchbook. I collect them in that way.
William, do you think that's safe? I'm sure you can hear everything that is going on here.
Yeah, I can hear everything. It's only a piece of, like the cloth that's on the fucking... It's not very thick.
Can I do it?
I'm gonna climb into the back and I'll just sit on whatever box closest. Just, if you want to do it, I'll sit here.
I can show you my sketchbook to show you what I mean. And he like flicks through it and he shows you, oh, yes, this lovely lady, she dreamt that she kept being cornered by spiders. I worked out through what she told me about her dream.
Does she scare spiders?
No, she was scared of being trapped because she kept being trapped by them in a web. So I denounced that she's scared of being trapped. She was in a situation where she thought she was trapped. And as you can see, here's the spider. And he just shows you this drawing of a spider with a web. And that's what I mean by I collect images.
It looks legit.
The image, though, is like very well drawn. Like it's very detailed. Almost realistic, like to how well it's drawn.
I want to look at the drawing and watch it closely.
Sure.
And see if it moves.
Perception check.
So in my dream...
I need also animal handling from Xanthi and Dimitri.
Still dark enough?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, this forest is still completely dark.
It's an 18.
18?
15.
Perfect. 18, 15?
10.
10 for your perception. Okay. Yeah, no, the spider doesn't move. Apart from when, like, he moves the pages to get a blank page. Yeah.
I will tell him about the dream that I had when me and Willow were doing the ritual.
Oh, okay.
So I'll basically just do the whole hallucination kind of thing. So
You
yeah,
did what now?
What does it mean when your dad kind of eats your crush?
Wait, you did
Wait,
what now?
What?
Maybe I mean potentially the simplest breaking down of this is potentially your father didn't agree with your choice of romantic partners. That's the basic idea I can stretch here. The fact that you said he seems to be this crazy big demon, that might have some other connotations.
You did a seance without telling anybody.
That's for later. We will talk about
No.
that.
It's
We are
not
in
for
the
later.
middle of something here. I need to know what it means. That's all. We will talk later about it, I promise.
Oh no, we definitely will.
I'm going to meditate on this dream and try and break down the answer for you, and then I will give you back the answer once I've worked it out. You see, he has like this crystal around his neck, and he just puts it up and like places it on his forehead. He puts his hands together and crosses his legs and takes a deep breath, and he's just quiet. Like unmovable, even though like the carriage is moving with like the terrain and that, he's unmovable. He is super still.
I check through what Raz packed and see if he packed a bottle of wine by any chance. If not that, can I check the supplies of Alfred's wagon and see if there's any alcohol?
I mean, you can find yourself some like half decent alcohol. Like there's probably like some
I don't fucking care what it is at this point.
yeah, like some bottled like beer of that kind. Maybe some bottled mead. It doesn't look all that good, and some of it's like half used. So, but you find it.
Fuck it, what? As long as it goes down, honestly.
It's okay.
You didn't tell any of us. Let alone you didn't even tell me. What?
We didn't really have time. When would I have told you?
Any time, honestly.
This is a matter that needs time for explanation. I can't just tell you that I did it and then, you know.
So the stuff that happened at the the mascot's brew, that
I said it was my fault.
So that's what you meant by saying it was your fault.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I didn't know it was gonna be that bad. I thought we were just talking to my fucking goddess. I don't know.
can
I
I
never
get
did it before.
one of you two, either Xanthi or Dimitri, to roll me a d4?
Oh gosh.
You go for it.
I go. Where's my defaults? Okay. 3.
Amazing. As you're having this conversation, you, Xanthi, notice that you're fast coming up to a set of gates. Like, probably the next few hours. These gates are huge. But the next few hours, you'll be arriving at some gates. You definitely know that this shift work you've been doing seems to have paid off, because this seems to be like some sort of city you're arriving upon in the next few hours.
we both almost died yesterday. You know that, right?
No. But I healed you.
You also technically got us into that, so
Didn't know it would lead to that.
you got the guy who owned this killed as well. We got to explain that to his family.
I just wanted to talk to my goddess.
I understand it was fun and all that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not mad. I'm just kind of more shocked.
Look, Willow said that she knew a way to talk to my goddess. I didn't know it was dangerous. I didn't know it could lead to other shit. I should have asked. That's on me. I didn't. But we never intended to hurt anybody.
Probably shouldn't have done it when you were still exhausted as well from the last 2 days that we've been doing.
Yeah. You're right.
So
There was
wait,
a multiple. Sorry, go on, Dimitri.
I was gonna say, so your dad is the one that's causing all these swords and transformations?
Think so?
One hell of a family dynamic. I've got to say that firstly.
Well, I just met him, to be honest.
I can see why your mother would have kept you in the dark, honestly. He's kind of a twat.
Well, I don't know where my mom is either. I was abandoned, dude.
At this
point.
Adine like comes around and he's just like, that was like really mean. I thought she was your friend and you'll say something so mean?
I swear to God, I'll throw you off this fucking wagon faster than you can say hello.
I mean, I'm a pretty fast talker when I need to be.
Don't fucking test me.
Anyway, I worked out the dynamic of your dream. Essentially, what I think and what it deduces to is he wants what's best for you, and what's best for you might be what's best for him. Potentially, he wants to rid you of any weakness. That's kind of what I understand. But and he looks at you, William. He's like, I'm just a con man. Did I do it?
You're
right?
also a bit of a cunt, but con man works.
Well, I can understand you're upset. There's 10 times ahead of you. You know, you're looking kind of pale as well. Do you need like some?
I will hang you with your own entrails.
He paints quite a vivid picture, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's kind of good at that.
What, hanging people with entrails or making vivid pictures? Because I kind of want to know at this point.
Both. You're
Yeah,
good
yeah.
at
Probably
both.
both.
So
Yeah, I'm kind of not proud of that.
So he thinks my crush, and I'll make sure not to say her name, is a weakness. How is she a weakness?
Like I said, I can only guess. I can only read what you tell me, and without actually being there. Which, I mean, if you want me to at some point, if you do sleep, I can go into a dream with you. I mean, I could take everyone into the dream with you if you wanted.
I don't think that's safe.
But from what I understand and what you're telling me, the simple breakdown is what I understand from it.
So he loves me?
I guess you could look at it like that. Love does take all forms.
Really fucking strange way of showing it. Considering he's been trying to kill us for God knows how fucking long.
To be
Well,
honest,
we know exactly how long, but anyway.
To be honest, I think he's doing that because he wants me to get in that dimension. I don't know. Huh.
You know what? I feel like you have a lot to talk about. I'm going to talk to the strong silent one up front. And he just like climbs out and like says, excuse me, hello, yes. Adine, how are you?
Wait. So, just above table. How much of the dream did you explain to him? Did you explain everything to him?
I explained everything. I just left
Okay.
out the
Wait.
names,
So, Raziel's friend gave you a token in your dream.
which was actually my dad giving me a token, which allows me to go, supposedly, into where he lives. If we kill one of the beasts.
And you still have that.
I still have that.
Why do you want that?
It's a gift from my dad and the only thing that he ever gave me.
Besides your own existence, that's also a thing he technically gave you, but... Okay.
It might be helpful in the future, I don't know.
Maybe if you see him again, you tell him to stop trying to kill us?
I have not tried that one yet. I can.
It might be a good one to start off with.
Yeah.
It's also worth mentioning, we're all giving off a very faint fiend essence as well.
We are, or the area around us?
Good point.
It was a radiating off of you, like from you guys.
I believe it's from us rather than the area.
Hey, we're all on his shit list.
Yeah.
Oh, quite an interesting group you travel with, Mrs. Silent.
I think Xanthi is just blanking him for the first bit.
I'm going to find an apple or a potato or anything out of the wagon and just throw it through the fucking cloth straight into the back of his head.
Just roll me an attack roll.
Unarmed, yeah?
Yeah.
That's an 8.
So, as you throw this apple, immediately he like reaches up, grabs it, and he just goes, Mrs. Silent, maybe you would like a apple? One of your friends threw it through here. Potentially, it's for
I think-
you.
Just keeping ignoring him for a few minutes, and then after kind of looking off into the distance for a bit, she'll purse her lips and say, "So, can you see people's dreams from a distance, or do you need to be close?"
I can, if I know the person well enough, I can look upon their dreams. Obviously, if they are still with us. So this little girl once asked me to find her grandma's dreams, and there was none, and then I had to break it to her that her grandmother no longer dwelled on the same plane of existence as us. The kid took it great though, perfectly fine. May have stabbed me with a fork, but it's not my fault. I didn't kill her grandma.
But perhaps what if you were to be channeling this through someone that knew them well?
Yes, if you have like a memento of them or a strong enough memory to remember, I could potentially do it, definitely. It also works, it's very difficult to explain how I work exactly, but essentially I can sense residual dream energy as well. So if they've slept recently and dreamt, I can tap into that and find them where they are. It makes me very, very tired. That's why I sleep a lot. But when I'm awake, I make up for it and I talk an awful lot. So I don't know if you noticed. I also can juggle. It's such a lost art, juggling. Can you do anything like that?
Xanthi's gonna turn back and look through to William. I think I might need you to talk me out of this.
Just in the middle of like having this argument with Morticia, just like,
I could do that. I'm just going to go up to the front, grab him by his mouth, and pull him back into the wagon.
I told you before. Rough love is fine with me, but buy me a drink first.
I will kick you in the side of the fucking head, I swear.
I mean, if that's your kink, my friend, I'm not one.
What do we say about talking too much?
You know what? I'm starting to remember something. You're telling me
Good.
not to
Maybe
talk.
you should remember that, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Venti, I don't know if it will help, but I think I got my dream pretty spot on.
You see him clap his hands together and he starts to whisper, and Xanthi, in your head you hear, if you want to make a decision without everyone else, and especially the big grumpy one pulling me in to do God knows what in the back of this carriage, let me know.
Said her name out loud.
No, I was doing a message spell.
Oh. Well, then retract that.
Yeah.
William's just going crazy. He's like, "You said her name!" Like, no.
What?
Obviously, the whisper is still loud enough that you could possibly hear it as well.
You would hear it, but you would know that it's a message.
I feel like you gave a good enough explanation that he could have just pulled stuff from that.
Maybe it's legit, huh? I don't know. If you're planning on doing this to find your family, maybe it would be useful. I mean, why not try, huh?
What is this with not wanting to give people's names?
I don't know.
Have
People
either
say
of you?
names are powerful.
I don't know. That's what William said, so I haven't done it.
At this point, he disappears from inside the carriage and he goes and sits on the back of Aethorn with you, Dimitri. And he's just like, I can't talk in the presence of the angry one. The silent one actually spoke to me, so I might have to give her a new name. You seem like the kind one. So I will ask you this. Do you have a washcloth or like some water or something that I can wash my face? Because I've still got all this mud in my eyes. I've been talking to you for this past nearly day with all this crap in my eyes. I've been walking around with my eyes shut. And then you wonder why I fall asleep. It's a miracle.
I mean, I've got like water, cloth, not so much.
Oh, well, I guess the water will have to do.
Are you able to? I'm trying to think where I keep it. Yeah, I'm kind of in control of this horse right now, so I don't know if I can reach and get it.
I mean, I'm willing to take it, but are you just, if the scary one and the angry one, you know, that one in there, sees me, you have to be sure to tell him that I'm not stealing it.
Is he speaking in their head?
No, he's speaking out loud. He's not quiet at all.
You know that this is only cloth, right? I can hear everything that's going on.
You see, he's getting angry already.
Yeah, I think to make everyone happy, maybe when we stop and change over, I'll lend you my water skin.
Just
Fair
keep
enough.
your eyes out for a stream again. Simple.
I don't think I will do that. Last time I did that, I ended up face down in it.
So
I swear I'm going to jump out the back of the wagon. Don't jump out the back of the wagon.
You're fire elemental.
What makes you think that?
You said it yesterday, and you're.
Did I say fire? Really? Oh, well, okay. I thought I
You
just
not?
said...
Did I misunderstood? I mean.
Oh, no, I mean...
He didn't say an element. He just said he was an elemental. And then your eyes lit up like a goddamn firework.
Oh, he's even angry with you. I think it's just his personality at this point.
Sorry, excuse me then. Maybe I misunderstood. So what elemental are you?
Oh, I am fire, yes, but, you know... I'm just because of the red skin, you think I'm fire? I could be water, you know?
William, you should have a drink.
Give me fucking strength.
To be honest, that's fair. I haven't really met many elementals, so sorry,
No.
excuse me for assuming.
It's to be fair, we do have quite the colony of us here. Not quite here, but you know, if you're looking to find more of us, if you head to where like Silent Glen or Bearhold, there's a few elementals there. Where I presume, and like he looks out and he sees the giant gates fast approaching. He's like, "Oh, we're in Scargrimm. You know what? You could just let me off here. It's totally fine. Thank you for the ride. It was...
Wait.
I thought you wanted to be in the next city.
Yeah, we came all this way.
Yeah. I just realized I like left my wallet back in the forest, so I'm gonna go...
You got robbed.
Correct! But doesn't change the fact that my wallet is still in the forest.
I hate that you're fucking correct.
Is there a reason you don't want to go into the city?
Oh, no. I mean, it's just, you know, it's, yes, I don't,
You're wanted, aren't you? You got issues there.
Wanted is probably not quite the word.
Was the con man title correct?
No. I don't steal.
Do
I
you
don't
have-
believe in it.
Do you have some unsatisfied customers, eh?
Have you met me? There's never an unsatisfied customer.
I'm very fucking unsatisfied.
Well,
I'm not
you
even a
haven't been
customer.
customed by me. I have simply. There's someone that is currently residing there. That I do not wish to see again.
Ex-girlfriend?
I wish. No,
Oh, is she hot?
I mean, do you see me selling for anyone less?
I mean, you said you wish, so I assume she.
No, I mean,
wants you.
I wish it was an ex-girlfriend. That would be easier to approach. No, this man is, if you pardon the expression, a crazy person.
Yeah, no, I think we found a couple of those. I'm looking at one.
Morticia's not crazy.
You know what? Actually, you got a valid point.
You know?
I'm technically looking at two.
Well, no. So basically, there's a doctor that resides in this city, and I
Wait,
can...
aren't we looking for the doctor?
What juice? What happened to the whole? I don't want to tell anything to anybody because they might try and kill us. What happened to that mortician?
We've been traveling
If
with
you
this guy
just
for a
stop
while.
the horse, I could get off the horse, and
No.
we could.
No, keep going.
No,
There we go.
I do not wish to. You know, if just
No.
please just stop the horse.
No.
And I will get off. I will.
To be honest,
What can I do?
William, restrain him.
Not a horse. We're in a carriage. What do you want me to do?
Tie him up.
Jump through the air and
Tie
try
him
and
up.
go for him?
Tie him up.
You are not a fan of this doctor?
No. You see, last time I met him, he did things to me that I'm not 100% in consent with.
like experiments.
Sorry.
I suppose if you have to use that word, yes. But an experiment normally requires some form of consent.
You know what? I'm going to give you a little bit of leeway. Do you want to know the good thing? We're not fans of him either, apparently.
Well, that's great, but I do not want to see him again. And at this point, he rolls up his sleeves and he shows you like all these. He's got like these cloud tattoos that look like tattoos at first, but as you see him, they're all like scars.
Okay. Well, anything you can give us then to help us find him, because we need to have a very interesting conversation with said doctor. And then maybe we'll think about stopping so you don't need to see him again.
This is an interesting.
This could be your payment for us, stopping you drowning in the forest.
Then, if you truly need something to find him, he will not be out in the open, and not many people know that he still is always there, if that makes sense. So I will tell you what. You want to look for the dirtiest, grimiest tavern there. If I remember the name. It's the... And like you can see him like trying to remember the exact like tavern name, and like his like the veins start to like pop in like his head, and like he just like starts to like sweat profusely. He's just like, I cannot remember.
Don't hurt yourself. Try to think.
Looking for the most rundown piece of shit in the city, yeah?
And his, I think, the Venomous Ghost, I think is the name of the tavern.
I'll write it down, but...
And basically you want to go there and order a... I'm sorry. You want to go there and order 4 drinks. I
How
can't
convenient,
remember.
there's 4 of us.
I can't remember what the drinks are individually, but that allows you a
Audience.
or thank you.
You know, you are able to go into people's dreams. Can you do like a reverse that and let others into yours?
Unfortunately, it doesn't quite work that way. I wish it did. Sometimes I have the most amazing dreams.
Never mind. I thought maybe if you could do that, we could figure out the missing information. You can't. See, yeah, you're finding it difficult to say.
Potentially, I did used to have a group I used to run with back in the day in this city. Potentially, if they know me still, they might be the ones to ask, and potentially, but you want to look for the Helix. If you find members of the Helix, they used to be my group before I decided to abandon such material things and wander the world for eternity.
I'm
I'm
guessing this
sorry.
is something we shouldn't just shout out in the middle of the street. Hey, we're looking for the Helix.
Depends what part of the street, I guess.
Do not mean to bring up bad memories, but during your time with the doctor, were there others?
He looks at you, Xanthi, and takes a long look. And he goes, yes, there were other people there. Yes. And like, you notice like his bubbly atmosphere he had about himself just like is very like monotone now. Just know this. When I escaped, I was able to because of people who wore the same armor as you. And
How many of them were there?
there was 8.
And how long ago was this? Sorry, this is first that I've heard
No,
in a long time.
it was how long ago when I escaped. He looks up and like as like you're coming out of the forest now, the light hits his eyes as morning starts to break, and he just looks up. He's just like, it's been a while. Are these the people whose dreams you wanted to hear or see?
Yes. I need to rescue them. Anything you can give us. Knowledge.
Well, looks like I don't get my wish of not going to that city. I'm going to need to get into the Helix. I'm going to need my supplies. I will help you with this little bit of information because I do not like being in debt, and they allowed me to escape this day. So I feel it's only fitting that I should help you give them a chance to escape too.
think you'd see kind of a fire lighting in Xanthi's eyes. Thank you.
No,
There is hope.
there is always hope. Sometimes hope's not a good thing. No, I hope never to see this city again, and yet here we are. But yes, there is hope. But yes, if you can get me to the Helix, I don't know. Like I said, it's been a long time. They've probably changed all their ways of doing things. So I'm not 100% sure how we're going to do this. Potentially the difficult way. But get me to the Helix, I will get my supplies, and I will help you.
It will be done.
I'll just turn to William and just say, sorry. And then, I'll turn to Dean and go, one thing you should know about me, apparently I apologize a lot, but I am sorry you went through all of this, and I appreciate you going to help us, so I'm going to put my trust in you. So I hope you don't, take advantage of that, but you can call me Dimitri. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, Dimitri. Good name. Again, I am Adine. And yes, I feel, at least for the next 24 hours, we are going to be the closest of people. And Grumpy, are you okay in there?
You'll get my name when you've earned it.
Of course. Wouldn't expect anything less. I will just keep calling you Grumpy, Angry, for now.
Oh, I can't be mad at being labeled correct terms now, can I?
It's very true. I couldn't agree with you more, Mr. Angry. Oh, you're all looking at me in a weird way. Can you focus on the road ahead? I don't like the way you're looking at me.
Thank you.
Oh, it's quite okay. It's not a problem. Okay. So, about that joke I was going to tell you. A human walks into a bar. And he says, ow.
Did he go, ow?
Yeah. You know that. Oh, Mr. Angry, you have a sense of humor. I like it.
At one point.
I feel this will be a quite fortuitous occasion. But I am very tired. And if I'm going to be any use to you, I need to sleep. And literally without saying a word, he just falls forward off the horse, asleep, and lands in the carriage.
Against every fibre of his being, William's going to pick him up and put him somewhere at least comfortable.
Aww.
Against every fucking fibre. He's hating the moment. He's just because everyone else needs him.
Morticia is literally going to make that sound.
Oh yeah, Mitchell's joining us.
We're not done.
As William does that, Morticia, you looking at him going, you just see Adina open one eye and just smile. And as you continue off, knowing that time you're soon going to be upon here, you've probably got less than a few hours of ride left. You stop the carriage and the horse for now, to mentally prepare for your next stretch of the journey, which will be you arriving in Scargrimm, and that is a perfect place to end for today.